Now let's talk about jobs, specifically the job market in India. The last few years have been challenging. There's been a global layoff wave and it has not spared India. Thousands of people have lost their jobs across companies and sectors. But we are focusing on India tonight for a specific reason. A new report is out by the International Labour Organization, or ILO. It talks about employment in India, or the lack of it. It says a large number of Indian youth are out of work. The numbers are staggering. In the year 2000, around 35% of Indian youth were unemployed. By 2022, the number almost doubled. The ILO says about 65% of the youth in India are jobless. 65%. How did this happen? Let me put this figure in perspective. In these 22 years, from the year 2000 to 2022, India's population surged dramatically. More people have entered the workforce, but jobs have not been created at the same pace. So job growth is not matching the population growth. Let me show you another figure from this report. It says 83% of the jobless workforce in India is under 34 years of age. So most of the unemployed people are young, and this is worrying because India's young population is seen as a national asset. It drives the optimism around the future of the Indian economy. Our youth is a major selling point for international businesses too. They want to invest in India to cash in on the youth. Economists celebrate India's demographic advantage. So why can't India capitalize on this youth? Why haven't we been able to create enough opportunities? It was always a tall ask, and the pandemic, it seems, made it worse. Before the Wuhan virus struck the economy, employment among the youth was still rising. Until 2019, the numbers were going up, but the pandemic seems to have reversed the trend. Job creation took a hit, and we are yet to recover. And this is going to be a long-term challenge. More than 50% of India's population is below the age of 25 years. So in the coming years, more Indians will enter the job market. In the next decade, we'll add 7 to 8 million job seekers. So another 7 to 8 million people looking for jobs in India. India will have to create employment for them. And that is a challenge, not just for India, by the way, but the whole world. The pace of job creation has slowed down globally. The same ILO published an assessment on this. The projection came last year. It said job creation around the world will grow by just 1% in 2023. Like I said, this was a projection. We do not have the actual figures yet. And for 2024, the ILO said jobs will grow by just 1.1%. So marginal growth, which is why major economies are facing an unemployment crisis. We've already told you about India. Unemployment rate is around 8% here. This is according to the Center for Monitoring Indian Economy. Now look at Europe. Countries like Spain, Greece, Sweden, Italy, Finland, France, they're all struggling. Last year, all of these countries reported an unemployment rate of well over 7%. And China is doing even worse. Close to 12 million people are without a job in China, and these numbers are from July last year. The situation has only worsened since. So much so that starting August, China stopped publishing its youth unemployment data. So we don't really know. We don't have the numbers. We don't know how the world's second largest economy is faring on the jobs front. And all these trends are important, these global trends. India should pay attention to them, because if major economies are struggling to create jobs, the impact will be felt in India too. Add to that the rise of emerging technologies like AI, artificial intelligence. They're disrupting the job market. Companies are widely adopting AI tools, and this will take away more jobs. On the upside, it will also create new jobs. And that's the trend that India must focus on. What is needed is some out-of-the-box thinking, harnessing technology and building on your strengths. And this applies to job seekers too, especially the young. What you learn in the classroom today may soon become redundant. So focus on constantly upskilling yourself, follow the emerging trends, and align your training with the demands of the market.